Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Lee back here. So I've made about 170 FPS montages, and it's like 4 a.m., but I have a lot of energy for some reason, so I'm just gonna make a video on how to make really good FPS montages or fantastic montages, as the title goes. I've been editing for about 10 years. I was a rank 1 Widowmaker player. I hit rank 1 overbuff on console, just playing Widowmaker. And then I kind of made a career off of that for a little bit. Did full time. Got kind of tired of just making videos and playing Overwatch 8 hours a day. So I decided to branch off into editing and take a break from YouTube for like 4 years or something. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down like how I make my montages and why. I had a few requests and like why they're. I think they're really good and a lot of people like them and stuff like that. So yeah, you should go watch this whole video before I break it down. On my channel, I just uploaded it at the same time as this video is going live, and I hope this can help you guys make really good montages that you like. I really enjoy editing. It's something I'm super passionate about. And if you like my editing enough and you're like a super cracked player and you want edits done or something, just hit me up in Discord. It's just Gleevec. And I'll reply to all the comments with like lots of in-depth material and stuff and recording. So yeah. So first off, I'm linking to my playlist, which I built over the past 2 years about in Spotify. Of all my best songs, I think they're like for really good montages. What I've learned over the years is that the beat is way more important than the lyrics. The lyrics can distract the viewer from your montage. So let's just get into this. It's gonna be kind of hard for me to break all this down because it's really complicated. It looks pretty simple, but if you go and try to edit one yourself, you never edited a montage before, it's pretty fucking hard. So we're gonna break this down. So I'm just gonna let like a scene play out, and then I'm going to sorry, my mouse just kind of my FPS urge to circle around stuff. So yeah, we're gonna break this down. So this one's called the song's called Ric Flair Drip. I think it's by let's see, it's by it doesn't matter. Offset and Metro Boomin. I talk really fast because I have ADD and I think really fast. So yeah. So we're gonna break this down. This is all on PC though. I play on PC now with a mouse and all that shit. So okay. So that's the first 20 seconds. It's just some simple cinematics. You kind of have an eye for it, or you kind of don't. It's not really that hard to go into the replay system and find like a fire clip. And just like I mean, it's hard to get the clips sometimes, but you go and just it's just simple. I added a color correction from Adobe Premiere Pro. I'm pretty good with color correction. I feel like it's kind of like painting. You just drag the sliders around and you let your hand stop where you feel like the color looks really good. You don't think too much about it. It's like painting. You know, you do it with your gut. So I've never painted before, but that's kind of the way I put it. So we just have a nice opening here. So when the text fades in is really, really important. You have to have really good text fade in. So I let the viewer kind of just, it's a pretty fast fade in, like a little medium fade length. And so, or at least for FPS montages. And so what I do here is I just let the viewer kind of absorb the scene. Their eyes are gonna go here, maybe they're gonna go here, they're gonna here. You always want to keep the viewer's eyes moving around, and you want them to really figure out. You want them to feel the scene. You want them to feel the build-ups and the suspense. It's all really important, especially suspense and pacing your clips is really important. You don't want to put all the best clips in the beginning. You want to pace that because to get views on YouTube, you have to have retention and you have to have like a solid amount of the video watched, which I think a lot of people know. So yeah, so let's play. So my eyes, I know what the action is already. So my eyes go over the Hanzo. And then Gleevec Presents, it's really important as a brand for an editor, as an artist, or whatever, to brand yourself properly to make yourself look really cool. So, yeah. So then it zooms in, and the motion tracks over to me. And so now we have another scene here. The text changes right as the scene changes, so it looks really cool. Let suspense build up. You hear the audio cues are really important. If there was no dragon going off on the far right in my ear, I probably wouldn't have used this. And so you have it fade out, and so I yeah, I'm gonna stutter a lot probably because it's just super hard to like explain this stuff. But so the reason I The reason I come from this scene or whatever the words are for that, is because I want people to see how good of a. I'm just gonna sound like a fucking cocky asshole, but I know I'm a good player. So you want to show off your skills. That's the whole point of a montage, is to show like how good you are as a player. Um, so I let the player know that I'm really patient, and that shows skill. So you want to keep watching. So I crouched twice and that not making much noise. I should have jumped. I didn't know if that widow was looking for me though. So, and people right off the bat know the title is PvQ into X Rank Maker. So people off the bat know this is gonna be a good montage. So that's really good title. I've worked really hard for that. So that's kind of how I brand like the X. I'm like the whole X Rank one Widowmaker, X Top 500 Widowmaker thing. That's my branding now. Because I'm plat 2 right now. I don't play this game a whole lot anymore, but I think I'm 30, so I don't think I'm just like fast enough anymore to like get in the top 100 anymore. But yeah, so nice clip. No editing required. The colors should be really immersive and stuff like that. I highly recommend getting a 1440p monitor and recording in 120 FPS. It makes things look a lot better. And so we have some. If people want to see the stats, I leave the stats up right there for people to see the scope crit and all that stuff, the final lows, etc. So the slow mo is really important. It lets people breathe. You want to let people breathe when they're watching. You don't want to spam the clips over and over and over, no matter how good they are. And this lets people. This is just a really cool scene. This looks fire. This looks so fucking dope. Um, and so yeah. It lets people see my skill. Again, the skill expression is really high because I'm going right over the fucking wall to try to hookshot somebody out of spawn right after I hit the clip. And right here you can have another creator tag if you want, like by Gleevac or like by X Shadowbane, or I don't know what the fuck your name is. So and so we have an audio cue first. I'm playing with my friend here. So oh yeah, I played this for you. My bad. Let me let a few clips play, and then I'll keep going. Oh my god. Okay, so we have an audio cue before the clips start, so you can hear background noise going on right now, which is going to be more immersive, drag your viewer in more. It's really important to have your friends talking in your clips too. Audio people want to hear people talk in these things. Reactions are really important now in montages, and people plus montage. So I think the reason montages were so popular, just a little rant or thing side note, were back then like Call of Duty or 4 and like Modern Warfare 2 days and Halo 3, is because everything was so new back then, and now I think that montages aren't as popular. It's just because people can't keep up with the editing. I just don't think there's enough good editors out there anymore to keep up with how fancy you can make stuff. And it takes a long time to get really good at this. Oh my god. And so you have my oh my god here. It sounds really cool. It's kind of like a bunch of it just makes you sound cool. So you want to be sounding cool. You want to be looking cool, especially with the music. You want the music to match the color correction and stuff like that too. So I just go with a simple fade right here because this clip was really good. So I just have a crossfade right here, which is just like a fade. You can kind of see both scenes changing. And so this just shows more, again, like the skill expression. I have my mind down. I'm not even shooting at the guy because I see he gets poisoned, he's low health, so I just let him die in front of me. I'm actually always thinking about how to make really good clips as they're happening. So I personally I actually use 2% slow-mo. I taught myself how to edit like 10 years ago, and I was like popping on YouTube, and so I like to use I pause on instinct and I go to 2% slow-mo. I think that's really good. That's in Premiere Pro with optical flow to make sure the slow-mo looks clean. I know this is just a clip. This is just like a clip playing. It just shows you have to like kind of work up with the song. So the beat is really important. You want to hit certain beat syncs, but not like all the time because it gets really repetitive. You want to have things constantly changing and evolving. So this is kind of like a curious clip. The players are getting to know me if they're new to the channel. And so stuff like that. I really appreciate like a like on this video too, and like a comment if you want to know more or something. So. And did I try this yet? This is new, so let's let it play. Okay, so again, we're gonna break this down. So this clip right here, I chose this clip right here because you got like I've established that I'm a good player at this point, and that's all that people really need to know if they're going to continue watching. In fact, the retention I get is about like a minute to a minute 30 on montages. It depends on the song, depends how good the clips are, and sometimes it's just like RNG. I feel like random like generator or whatever. So, or just it depends how like I play RuneScape, so I'm kind of like a nerd. But anyway, um, so I shot this clip play because it's really good. I know it's a good clip. So let the player. It's a slow mo after a certain point. You don't want to overdo the slow mo. I've done that in the past. I feel like everyone has at some point. They always overdo some kind of effect until someone tells them they don't like it. And you really want to listen to people say about your edits. No matter how much you don't want to hear it, usually other people watching are right because that's your audience you're catering to. So. Okay, so this is a really nice clip. It's really easy to do this too. You just on Premiere Pro, you just see a hook right here, and then I'm hooking right here. It's really simple. It's a really simple effect. You can also do that with your scope. You can be like halfway through a scope, and then just cut in the next scene when you're scoping in. I was thinking about it's actually one thing I've learned. You want to have the audio cue cut off early sometimes. So one thing I do is I unlink the soundtrack from the video, and I let like the video is slow, but the audio keeps going in real time in like 100% speed. So it lets you kind of have like the audio playing the whatever. Yeah. So, anyways, you can see right here. This I actually cut off early. Let me play one more time. Sorry. You can hear how the dink sound and the elimination sound like they don't they it cuts off early, which is actually really important. It keeps people watching more because if you just have the same repetitive pattern over and over, it's not going to look as good and sound as good. So this is from the same game. The only reason I put this clip in is because it's from the same kill of the Reaper earlier, which keeps retention again because it's like, oh wow, this is new. You're constantly hitting them with new dopamine hits. You have to just keep doing that over and over and over again. And I really love the whip transition. The whip transition is fire, which is this effect. It's like really simple transition. I'll let this play out now.
Oh my god, he also. Shit, give me back.
Sorry, when I was editing this, I thought my Discord was just popping off like in a server I was in, and so I'm sorry about the random Discord audio cues and stuff. But all right, we have a pretty massive clip coming up here, so I'm going to go back a little bit. So right here, so your transitions you can do really good transitions without any effects, like the whip transition that I just used. So you see I'm reloading right here. Watch my gun right here. So I'm falling, and so it's static. It's just my gun falling, and then now I'm reloading in this clip right here. It's something that you'll get better at over time. It took me a really long time, like over 100 montages, to really get the hang of when a good when a good transition hits a static transition. So this right here, this clip is really good because it's a stadium clip and it's new, so people are looking for more stadium stuff. Maybe I don't really know. I'm just kind of lost at that point, but I'm not lost, but it's something new. Stadium's new, so I'm still figuring out retention and stuff like that. So, Right here, the slow-mo is really good right here.
No more.
It'll keep your attention super high if you get like slow-mo at the right time for like a period of few seconds.
Yeah.
Again, I'm talking, so it's building more rapport or whatever that word is for myself. So let me go back. This slow-mo, I actually love this slow-mo so much. So here I have this like the pause, the lyrics are hitting pretty hard, really hard right here. Actually, this song is really fucking good. I've been using more mainstream music recently because I feel like the beats are way better, and it's just better for syncing and music and stuff. I've used a lot of EDM in the past, and this doesn't work as well. Pause, and then headshot, and then the hiding goes off, and now everyone's like super watching shit and all that stuff.
Oh my god, he also.
Now imagine how boring this would be if there was no one else talking in the background. So the sync, there's actually a light. There's a light sync point right here.
Oh my god, he also.
I take off the audio because I was actually yelling. I felt like it's kind of cringe. So and so I slow mo at 2% again right here, and then we're just going to a new scene as the beat picks up again. So there's actually a sync point right there too. The AR kill right there as the Sojourn ults and I shut her down. It's not really a sync point. This is actually later in the earlier. This is actually 6:33. So like if you look at 6:33 here, it looks like it's a little bit of a viewer trick. I'm not trying to trick people, but it's just a good montage, and who cares if it's good? I mean, who cares is so with YouTube videos, people just want to see good content, and if it's slightly deceivious, it's okay as long as it's a good video. That's what I've learned about being a YouTuber. People just want to see good videos. So like clickbait, you don't care if you clickbait as long as you laugh in the video. So and it also just looks better. So it looks like I hook up on here and then kill the tracer. So right here, another transition. So I'm actually like looking. So it looks like I'm reloading. That's it. Okay, so never mind. So I hit that shot, and then I'm turning around. So you always want to have action. You always want to have things moving around in your hits.
Shit, give me back.
Again, my friend says, "Oh, Gleevec," and that's me. It's like it's building a brand again in the viewer's head. Again, the slow mo because I do that like every periodically here. That's not even a fucking sentence. I do that every little bit. It's kind of happening at the same time. Like I could go back and look, but it's happening like every 30 seconds or so. All right, let's let it play. Jesus. Sorry again for the Discord.
Guy's so weak, bro.
Okay. We are about done with the montage here. Ideally for length, you want to do like 8 inches. Sorry, okay, let's go back. Like 2.5 to like 3 minutes. I don't know why I said that. Sorry. Okay, so go back here. Let's go back to the beginning. So the music just picks up again. The beat switch up happens right here. And so I actually got so immersed for a second there. So yeah, the beat switch happens and the clip is playing. That's literally all you have to do when the clip is really good. So the clip is like this. Let me go back a little bit actually. The beat switch happens. And this is a really interesting scene because this doesn't happen generally in Overwatch. Like people don't play Windmaker up this close, so it's really engaging and I don't need to edit it at all. So So right here, there's another switch up. Not a switch up, sorry. I didn't cut early because I want people to see that this ball didn't die. It's just interesting. People want to see what happens in the clip. If I cut out early, it'd be kind of shitty because you couldn't see that the ball got away. So yep, here we go. And so I'm I'm hooking. You can see that the tracer is just barely visible right there. And so again, motion. There's motion happening in this transition. And she's dead. And I think that's kind of all that happened there. And slow mo again, the periodic slow mo to let people view. I have to burp 1 second. Okay. And again, this from the same game. It's a really good clip, so I don't really need to edit it at all. And the beat switch up has happened again where the beat is milder, it's not as loud, so the lyrics are hitting harder, so people are listening more and watching more. And I couldn't tell you why I really took this part. I think it's both suspense. Sometimes again, you want to kind of like trick the person into thinking you're going to like do more than you actually are. And I'm not going to spawn kill them here. I tried, but I think I died or something. So yeah. This is skill expression again. It's just showing me walking around, and it's a break. It's a breath for the viewer to like see like breathe in, like that something may. Then there's not anything really happening in a montage, and you've had a bunch of fire clips before with really good editing, or maybe just a bunch of fire clips before, and there's space. People are gonna be like, "Oh shit, there's something is about to happen. That's really cool." So you wanna make sure that the cool thing actually happens, or they're probably gonna click off your video. And this just shows that I'm not nervous around the ball player, so. And it kind of sinks right there too.
That's so weak, bro.
I show myself missing because that would just be cutting too soon here, so I'll let it play it now.
Fucking scared. Ooh. That's that charge I can get in and get out with that charge perk.
Again, not again. That's pretty much it. I can break this down. There's not much going on. The ending here, I noticed in montages, if you just let the ending kind of play out, people are already watching, so you don't need to do more editing. So you just need to hook them in with the good editing first. Slow mo, so you can see the Juno, because she was kind of hard to see. And now we're just in here, and more audio cues from my friend.
Ooh. That's that charge I can get in and get out with that charge perk.
I got a hook shot here, just looks interesting. Again, suspense, might hit the tracer, might not. I also want to show that we were winning this game too, because most of these clips, all these clips were from this one game. And that's that. I'll let it play out. Again, career tag, it's really important as an artist that you tag yourself really well and look really cool. Okay, that's it. I might do some of these for every montage that comes out, or I don't know. I feel like I should do these every like few months as I progress as an editor, or like every 2 months or something. So, again, I really appreciate liking the video and liking the montage, and the comment really goes a long way. Share with your friends, subscribe. I can go break down how to break down. I can make Jesus Christ. I can show you guys how to make good YouTube shorts as well. On my YouTube shorts, they've been getting like 20K plus views, and they're just like they're just like clips, like 8 to like 20 seconds. It's just because I edit them pretty well, I think, and the gameplay is really good. So, yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate your time.